Alright, so here's a NU battle with Mforz. He was in the chat the other day and he was a guest, and I was like, oh, guest, okay. So I was talking with him, and he's a really cool guy, and he was like, I want to try out for the clan, and I was like, alright. So I asked what tiers he played, and he plays like every tier, which is pretty cool. So we decided on doing an NU battle, and this was one of the greatest battles I've had in a long time now. It was really close. He had some great sets, so yeah, definitely enjoy it. Alright, so start this off. I lead with my electrode, and I totally love this thing. Leads with glass cannon, his Sharpedo. I go for the protect to see what he's gonna do, and he goes for the earthquake, so I'm just like, whatever. I T-bolt it. At this point I was like, oh man, it's gonna be sashed. It's probably some anti-lead thing. So I T-bolt it, and it was sashed. So then it's going to earthquake me, and yeah, that's gonna hit me down to my sash. So now we're both out of sashes, and I know he's got Aqua Jet because most Sharpedos have Aqua Jet. So yeah, I predict the Aqua Jet, and I go into Akbar because he resists it and shit. And he does go for it, hits me down not very much, like 50 HP or something. I Sucker Punch, and that'll be able to kill it, but his Rough Skin brings me down, and then Life Orb brings me down. So, I don't know. He goes into his Vileplume, and this thing is a total bitch. Like, seriously, this is one of the cooler sets I've seen that, you know, novelty sets. It's a Subseeder, and so it uses Substitute, and gets HP back. I just return it, so I'm like, okay, what's he gonna do? So his sub fades, and this turn he uses Stun Spore, which is like the coolest thing about that set. Because now I'm paralyzed, and he's gonna subseed until I get paralysis and then kill me off. So he Leech Seeds, and I go for a Zen Headbutt, and that's not gonna do anything to it. Like seriously, these things have got great defense. Like check that out. That's crazy. It did like half damage. And then he gets his Leech Seed back, and he's over half by far, and he's just gonna substitute, get health back until I get paralysis. So I return, and it's gonna break the sub. Gets lefties and all kinds of stuff's happening. Yeah. So Leech Seed's bringing me down. I'm at like 2/3. He's gonna sub again. He's got one more in after this, so I'm like, come on, I can do it. No para, no para. So I break through. I hit him. Sub goes down. He gets lefties and Leech Seed, and I'm like, okay, I think this is his last sub that he can do. So I'm like, okay, no para, no para. And right here I was just like, fuck, I'm gonna get para, and I do. So I get that. He's going to attack me with hidden power, I don't know what. I'm guessing like fire or ice to hit the grass types. But anyway, that's not going to kill me. And I'm like, okay, come on. Leech Seed can kill me. Leech Seed can kill me. And I was just hoping that Leech Seed and Life Orb would be able to kill me. I get the useless crit. And he gets his Black Sludge. And Leech Seed will not kill. So it's just like, damn it. Now I'm just hoping I don't get paralysis again. I'm like, come on, come on, come on. And I get paralyzed again. So he's beside his sub, and I'm dead. So at this point I was just like, okay, what can I do? So I'm gonna send in this thing and just suicide taunt it. You know, thinking maybe he'll go for the Leech Seed, but he just goes for hidden power and kills me off. So now he's just got hidden power. I don't know what. I'm gonna go into Mfongo, and I don't see the anticipation, so I know it's not HP grass, which I don't know why he'd have hidden power grass. He goes into Metacham, and they're scarfed, so I know. I wasn't quite sure if I'd outspeed or not, and the smart move for me would have been just to Dragon Dance again here, because I would have been able to outspeed the next turn and kill it. But I wasn't quite sure if I'd outspeed or not. But I end up not outspeeding it. High jump kick barely lets me live. And I earthquake, and it does not enough to kill. It was just like, what the hell? Champ has horrible defense. But anyway, he high jump kicks, keeps going, and crashed. So he doesn't end up killing me. So now I've got a +1 Whiskash. I was like, okay, maybe, just maybe I can kill this thing with an Earthquake. I honestly was not expecting it to kill it. But as luck would have it, it does die. So now that's down, and I'm like, okay, I don't think he has anything that can counter this, so I can just sweep. He goes into Merlinus. I wasn't sure if Stone Edge would kill or not, because I know those things are pretty bulky. But +1 Stone Edge, you know, it's super effective. It's going to do a lot. And it does end up killing it. So I was just like, alright, this is looking pretty good. He goes into a Whiskcast of his own, and at this point I was just like, alright, I don't really want to sweep. That's kind of boring. So I go into Boo to see what it can take from the physical side, since it's like special bulky. So he Dragon Dances. And check this out. +1 Dragon Dance, Waterfall, Stabbed, all that good stuff. It does like less than half. I just thought that was really cool. And then Return does just as much as the Waterfall did. So I get Lefty's back. He's gonna Waterfall again. He called the crit on this one. I was kind of pissed about that. I was actually cursing up, which would have been a bad move, so it didn't really matter anyway. But yeah. And he goes for another Waterfall, and that's gonna be able to kill me off. I was thinking maybe I could live, maybe, but then after I looked at the numbers, I was like, nah, I'm dead. So this thing dies, and I go into Junior Senior. And I guess he predicted the counter, and he goes into his Minun. And I'm not really sure what this is going to do, so I don't want to die, and I thought he might T-Bolt. So I go back into Whiskash, but he just Toxics. I was just like, okay, Toxic. I had no idea what he was going to do with this. So I'm hurt by Poison. I'm at a pretty good HP. He goes for the Protect, so it's Toxic Stalling Minun. I've never seen one of those. But this turn I'm going to be able to outspeed and kill it with Earthquake. So yeah, I get outspeed. I don't know why I outsped it. I guess it's really slow. Anyway, Earthquake. Yeah, it's gonna be able to take it out. So he goes down. I get Lefty's back up, and Toxic brings me back down. And his Earthquake is going to be able to kill me from the Earthquake that he does now. So yeah, that's gonna take me out. Life Orb brings him down to really low HP. So I go back into Junior Senior, and I knew he'd predict the counter, so I just Mach Punch. And I thought it would kill, it doesn't quite kill it. So he Dragon Dances. And I'm going to do another Mach Punch, and that'll be able to kill him. So, great game. Yeah, it was the best game I've had in a long time, actually. He's a great guy. Go check him out. I'm sure I'll post on the page, and I'll put a link to his YouTube. But, yeah. So, that was a totally great match. Thanks for battling me.